What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another end of the month Blu-ray haul. If you guys are new here, feel free to click that subscribe button and that bell notification icon for more reviews, reactions, rankings, and more movie content. Guys, we got a big amount of Blu-rays right here. I'm so excited to show you guys all the titles I picked up this month. Of course, let me know down below in the comment section what Blu-rays you guys picked up during this huge quarantine hiatus that is going on right now. We're all stuck in our homes. We're all having to buy our Blu-rays online because our Best Buys or Targets or Walmarts are closing soon. I don't know, but still I got a good amount of Blu-rays to show you guys. I'm going to start with the older releases and then work my way up to the new release pickup of the month. Starting off here, I got Inherent Vice, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, starring Joaquin Phoenix. Now, ever since Joaquin Phoenix won his Oscar for Joker, I've been very interested to see some of his filmography that I haven't seen yet, and Inherent Vice is one of those movies. I've been hearing some buzz about this movie. Some people say it's very underrated and that Joaquin Phoenix is really great in the movie and that it's one of his more underrated performances. Because I'm in a bit of a Wes Anderson phase and because he has a new movie coming out this year, The French Dispatch, which is probably going to get bumped and pushed back indefinitely, we got The Grand Budapest Hotel, which is possibly my favorite of his films. I love this movie. It was so good. Ralph Fiennes is great. Tony Revolori, who you may know from Spider-Man Homecoming and Far From Home, is really great as his assistant. It's very quirky, it's funny and over the top, as you expect from a Wes Anderson film. We got Alita Battle Angel, one of the more underrated, underseen movies that came out last year. It's been in development hell for many years. James Cameron produced it. Robert Rodriguez was the director. And I really enjoyed Alita Battle Angel. I've never had it on Blu-ray, and so now I just picked this up, hoping it would have a Black Friday sale, but it didn't. I really loved Alita Battle Angel. I've only seen it once, so I definitely need a fresh rewatch, but I just think the visual effects in this movie were so groundbreaking. I was just baffled that it didn't get an Oscar nomination. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighbor. Hi there, neighbor. A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood with Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers. Just such a really charming, sweet film all around, and with a really emotional layer to it, and it had a more human, different side to Mr. Rogers than what we got from Won't You Be My Neighbor, which I prefer that film. But still, I think the story all around of Mr. Rogers befriending this arrogant guy who is so selfish, and he's a very unlikable character, but once you know Fred Rogers is involved with the film, that's where the heart really comes in. There's a really powerful scene. And overall, I just really enjoyed the film, and if you haven't seen it, please watch it. One of the more underrated films last year, Spies in Disguise, came out in Christmas time last year from Blue Sky Animation, and you have Will Smith and Tom Holland as the lead voice actors and Ben Mendelsohn as the villain, and I really enjoyed Spies in Disguise. I would definitely like a sequel for this. I don't know if there will because of how it did in the box office, but I just really enjoyed the movie. The comedy was there. It has those Incredibles meets Men in Black vibes in animation. Will Smith and Tom Holland are a really good duo pair and voice work. Jumanji: The Next Level. Kind of a sequel to Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. I think that movie is way better than this film. I did see it in the theaters and I enjoyed it for what it was. And after rewatching it, I couldn't really finish it, and I just felt like it was a pretty sequel. But I would say the standouts for the sequel are definitely Kevin Hart, Dwayne Johnson, and Jack Black, where they play different voices. Now we're on to the bigger releases. Next we got Knives Out. Knives Out, one of my favorite films from last year after rewatching it. This is such an original film. The screenplay is so great. Rian Johnson knows how to do a murder mystery whodunit. Done right. You got Ana de Armas, Chris Evans, and Daniel Craig's really over-the-top country accent is so great. His Kentucky friedness. It was kind of predictable towards the end, but still, I just love the film. I love the swagger. I love the feeling of this movie, like being an old school film, and Rian Johnson knocked it out of the park with Knives Out. Another movie that skyrocketed in my 2019 best list, Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler and the Safdie brothers. Why did this movie not get any Oscar nominations? It is an absolute crime to cinema. The Safdie brothers should have gotten a Best Director nomination and Adam Sandler for Best Actor. Adam Sandler gives a performance for the ages in here as Howard. Just this movie is intense. It had me on the edge of my seat just rewatching it again more than any of the major horror films from last year. The Safdie brothers, the way they directed it, filmed the movie, being a total acid trip. And Julia Fox, what a performance she gives in this movie. I can't wait to see what project she does later on. And Kevin Garnett, I'm a Celtics fan, and Kevin Garnett was really good in here as well. And the last two are 4K Steelbooks. We got the newest release today, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, but still really nice Steelbook, but I have one issue here. It's got a big dent! Yeah, I will not be ordering my Steelbooks from Best Buy online anymore. Anyway, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, what a massive letdown this film was. I've only seen it once, and only once in the theater. I haven't rewatched it yet, so I will be rewatching it. It's just a massive letdown, and everything I didn't want for a conclusion to this trilogy. I have a lot of issues with it. I won't get into spoilers if you haven't seen it. And finally, the pickup of the month is 1917, without a doubt. This and Parasite, I could honestly put as a tie for my favorite film last year, but I'm going to give the slight edge to Parasite, but 1917 is a close second. The best thing about 1917 is that it is a experience that, I must say, if you buy this Steelbook or buy any of the Blu-rays, the cinematic effect at home is not going to be the same than what it was in the theater. It was by far way better in the theater, but still, I love rewatching 1917 at my home. My mother absolutely loved the film, and my brother hasn't seen it yet. I don't know what's wrong with you, Cody, but anyway, 1917, just such an amazing experience, full of these soldiers just going on a journey to find the soldier's brother, as well as stop an attack from happening. There you have it, guys. That was all the Blu-rays that I picked up for the month of March 2020. Again, let me know in the comments what Blu-rays you picked up this month, and let's have a great discussion. Thank you guys, as always, for watching this Blu-ray haul. All my social media links are in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.